Evolution is just a theory is a phrase you've probably heard one too many times. And this couldn't be further from the truth because to understand biology, you have to understand evolution. Hi, my name is Damola and I'll be giving an informative speech on evolution. A topic which has always been of interest to me as a lifelong consumer of biology literature and also as someone who previously majored in biology. Today, I'll be talking about scientific theories, how I'll be talking about evolution, Charles Darwin and his contribution to evolution, and the importance of evolution to us as humans. Now, let's address why a scientific theory is not just a theory. Unlike the literal meaning of a theory, which connotates a guess, a scientific theory is a comprehensive explanation of observations that is supported by a vast body of evidence. Many scientific theories, though, are so well established that no new evidence can fundamentally change them. Also, a law should not be confused with a theory because laws describe phenomena while theories explain them. For example, the law of gravity, which basically states that what goes up comes down, while theories like Newton's theory of gravity and Einstein's relativity theory explain gravity. Now that we know that scientific theories are legitimate explanations and the theory of evolution is not just a theory, I want to talk more about evolution and Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is a British naturalist who proposed the theory of evolution by natural selection. Darwin proposed that species change over time and that new species came from pre-existing species, and that all species have a common ancestor. Hence, all species have differences or similarities that come from a common ancestor. For example, all mammals have hair. He also proposed that natural selection, which I will talk about later on, as a mechanism for evolution. Talking about mechanism for evolution, the mechanisms that drive evolution include mutation, which is just a random change in genetic makeup, and migration, which involves the movement of an individual into another population, and which diversifies the population. For example, a green beetle moving into a population of other colored beetles. And there's genetic drift, which is a random process that dramatically changes the population in a short period of time. An example for that would be a human just randomly stepping on a piece of on green beetles and thereby restricting the possible offspring for the next generation of the green beetles. And then the next is natural selection, which was introduced by Charles Darwin, and that is a process by which organisms that are better suited to the environment get to live on and produce more organisms or more offsprings for the next generation. It is very important to understand evolution because it influences all biological sciences and even beyond. For example, in the conservation of the environment, biologists are concerned with how mutation, natural selection, and genetic changes in different species can affect the environment, or how we know that indiscriminate use of antibiotics is very bad, as this can lead because microbes mutate at a very fast rate, and this can lead to microbes becoming resistant to your antibiotic treatment and thereby rendering the treatment useless. And also, evolution is important to software engineering as programs can be made to compete to accomplish tasks, and the best one per generation gets to live on like the for example like offsprings into the next generation and compete till they find the best program to solve the very task. In conclusion, today I have explained the distinction between scientific theory and a guess. I've also explained how evolution is a process that leads to the formation of new species from earlier forms of species. And we've also talked about the various uses of evolutionary knowledge. So I guess it'd be safe to say that evolution is not just a theory, but the unifying theory of biology.